from the team you can trust. This is breaking news from News 8.
We are following breaking news this morning. Kirk Ashton, the principal at Hilton's Northwood Elementary School, is accused of sexually abusing multiple children over the past several years.
Erica Cost is live in Greece this morning, where the principal was arraigned on those charges of sexual abuse last night, and she has the latest. Erica, good morning.
Good morning, Mark. And prosecutors saying these charges dating several years, they say they're violent felonies, some of them including course of sexual conduct against a child in the second degree and sexual abuse in the first degree. Last week, the district informed the public Ashton had been placed on administrative leave from his position as Northwood Elementary School principal. Yesterday, we learned these charges are why. We caught up with the assistant DA there last night, who says incidents like this are shocking, but nothing the county justice system hasn't seen before.
Certainly, anytime someone is in authority is charged with something like this, it would be a shock. But I think what certainly Amanda and I know for doing this for a long time, that the overwhelming majority of sex abuse happens from someone that children know, love, and trust.
Now, New York State Police will be holding a press conference here at the Greece Police Department later this morning at 10 a.m. and we will have crews on scene and be bringing you the latest updates as this story is developing. For now, live in Greece, Erica Cost, News 8.
All right, Erica, thank you. And again, for more on this breaking story and the full statement from the Hilton School District as well, head to rochesterfirst.com.
In other news this morning, President Biden defending his decision to withdraw U.S. troops from Afghanistan by September 11th, a move that will bring an end to America's longest war by the 20th anniversary of the terrorist attacks.
Joined once again this morning by Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson. Rashad, good morning. If the president is able to meet that 9/11 deadline for withdrawing troops, would non-military personnel remain in Afghanistan?
Good morning. According to the White House, they would leave diplomatic and humanitarian personnel, but no military personnel in terms of combat. But we're also just learning that the U.S. Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, is making a trip to Afghanistan to sell the withdrawal plan from the White House to those in the country.
And President Biden said that he spoke with former presidents about this decision. What do we know about who he spoke with?
Yeah, the president said he spoke with former President Obama and former President Bush, and they both support his decision to bring U.S. troops from Afghanistan by September 11th of this year.
All right, Rashad, thank you so much for that. President Biden has made clear he wants to focus on a U.S. foreign policy on various threats from China and Russia, along with the nuclear ambitions of Iran and North Korea.
Turning our attention once again to our forecast on this Thursday morning. James Gilbert, you are dialing up rain for lots of parts of our region at this hour.
Yes, I am. And I also want to show this, my baby forecast, and getting this going. I wanted to show this earlier, but never got around to it with all the rain. Denise's granddaughter is still working on learning how to put up the rain cover on the convertible here, because you'll need it this morning with temperatures holding in the middle 40s. So Denise, thank you for sending us this photo, a great picture there of the baby walk forecast. Mark, Leah?
So yes. Cute. Definitely not a convertible day.
No. Cool wheels, though, for sure, James. Thank you. Hey, speaking of wheels, let's get a look at the roads, our sunrise traffic. Wet roads for a lot of folks at this hour. Again, tracking an accident on 590 North at Empire Boulevard. But apart from that, 390 and 490, as you can see, over the Douglas Anthony Bridge downtown, flowing well at this hour.
Well, one person is injured after a fire at an apartment building in Rochester.
Crews responding to University Avenue around 11 last night. They say that fire was up on the 9th floor of the building. They got it out in about 25 minutes. No update this morning on the condition of that victim, who was unconscious when firefighters got to them. Firefighters say it can be challenging responding to high-rises.
That's why a second alarm was called. In a very large building like this, we need all the resources we can get. We also brought in our high-rise teams. What they do once they're on scene, they help coordinate efforts with getting manpower, materials, air bottles, hoses, and anything else up to the fire floor.
And the cause of this high-rise fire remains under investigation.
Firefighters also responding to a house fire. This was on Dewey Avenue in Rochester. Crews arriving on scene around 3:30 this morning. No injuries have been reported. The cause of this fire is also under investigation.
Well, new this morning, one person has been hospitalized after a shooting in Rochester. Police responding to Smith Street around 10 o'clock last night for the report of a person shot. They found a woman in her 20s with at least one gunshot wound. Those injuries are believed to be non-life-threatening. There are no suspects in custody. If you have any information about this shooting, you are being asked to call 911.
The officer who fatally shot 20-year-old Dante Wright at a traffic stop in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, has been arrested and will be charged with second-degree manslaughter. Officer Kim Potter was a 26-year veteran of the police force. Authorities say Potter, who had been training a new officer, thought she reached for her taser when trying to arrest Wright. Instead, she reached for her gun. She offered her resignation Tuesday alongside Brooklyn Center Police Chief Tim Gannon. Meanwhile, protesting continues in Brooklyn Center. This is the fourth night of demonstrations in the wake of Dante Wright's death. There is a 6 p.m. curfew in effect in the city there. Yesterday, the mayor of Brooklyn Center calling for peaceful protesting.
And of course, just miles away in Minneapolis, day 13 of the Derek Chauvin murder trial, featuring a medical expert called to the stand by the defense. The testimony attempting to refute the claim that Chauvin's restraint of George Floyd is what ultimately led to Floyd's death last May. Now, the doctor also cited carbon monoxide and drugs as contributing factors. However, prosecutors pushed back against those theories.
Isn't it true that there weren't any pills found in Mr. Floyd's stomach?
Correct. Dr. Baker did not identify any pill, tablet, call you what you want.
In positional asphyxia, what gets restricted is a person's ability to oxygenate their blood because of the position they're in, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Well, it's still unclear at this point whether Chauvin himself will take the stand in his own defense at this trial. Time now for a check of the GRE Morning Business Report. Moderna getting closer to full U.S. approval of its vaccine, and not just for emergency use. The drug maker releasing new data showing its COVID-19 vaccine is more than 90% effective against the virus 6 months after that second shot. Once it gets a full green light, it will be free to begin marketing the vaccine directly to consumers.
JP Morgan Chase is out with its quarterly report. The nation's biggest bank saying profits totaled $14.3 billion, better than expected. And while the CEO did not sign a statement from hundreds of companies against Georgia's new restrictive voting laws, he was one of the first key executives to speak out about the legislation defending voting rights.
Well, some welcome news here for new parents for sure. The FDA planning to propose limits on arsenic, lead, and mercury in baby foods. The move comes after a congressional report found some infant foods are tainted with toxic heavy metals. Currently, the government does not regulate most toxic metals in infant and baby food.
And country roads could very well take you home. West Virginia launching a program with a big incentive. The program will pay people $12,000 to relocate to the Mountain State. It also includes a year's worth of free outdoor recreation, gear rentals, and access to a co-working space.
Side note to that story, yes. I relocated to West Virginia back in 1996 for a job. I did not get paid $12,000 for that decision.
Where was the incentive there?
You know what? It was a great opportunity, and it helped me get here to Rochester.
How long were you there for?
3 years. So it was a great time in the Mountain State, but no $12,000 incentive back then.
So
would have been nice.
You sing that song a lot then. Country road,
you bet.
Take me home.
Yes.
That one? Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's on repeat in my head. Let's get a look at what's at the water cooler this morning. And it's not John Denver. It's the second no-hitter of the Major League Baseball season, recorded last night. Carlos Rondon of the White Sox threw the 20th no-hitter in franchise history. It was an 8-0 win over the Indians. Now here's the catch. It would have been a perfect game, but he hit a batter in the bottom of the ninth in the foot, but did complete the no-hitter. There's not been a perfect game in the majors since 2012, but usually it takes a little deeper into the season to get to a no-hitter, because because pitchers don't often go the distance this early in the season. To have 2 by mid-April is pretty impressive.
How awesome.
Yeah, and they're celebrating big time there as well.
Yes, that's got to feel good, right?
I can only imagine. I feel like his arm is going to need a little rest after that.
Yeah, a lot of ice.
Right. Yeah, maybe hold off on the baseball game with the rain showers that are pushing through now.
Not the best day.
Right, Irondequoit, you are seeing a quick downpour. That's the look outside right now. It doesn't look that bad from the camera, but yes, trust me, it is raining there. 43 degrees. We're staying in the 40s. There's a look at satellite and radar. The heaviest stuff is really falling closer to Spencerport, Batavia, seeing a good downpour there as well. You even see a blip of orange showing that we are seeing some pretty heavy rain, a decent pour there. But hey, you know what? We could use it. We're still in a bit of a deficit for the rain. There's those temperatures staying in the 40s with the precipitation chances, rain and snow chances dropping this afternoon, but coming back up. You can see by 4 and 6 a.m. by this time tomorrow, I think we're going to be looking at a few flakes on the radar. Yes, that's for your Friday morning to kick off the day. Let's talk about your weekend. Saturday and Sunday, they do look pretty quiet. Temperatures going to be in the 40s and 50s, maybe an isolated shower on Sunday. But boy, oh boy, we'll be busy next week with some cooler air. April always brings surprises, and I think we're kind of doing a little bit of payback for the nice weather that we had for the first half of the month.
Yeah, and for the record, James, you said before, we have not had any snow this month to date. So,
right.
But it's not out of the realm. Historically, we get what, about 4 inches?
About 4 inches in April, so we're kind of swinging back to that average point. And March was pretty quiet as well. So, you know, past results can never really predict future outcomes. But we
That's
do
how it goes. So goes life, right?
We do like to use that as a kind of a good starting point.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update in 30 minutes. CBS This Morning is up next. Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.